us discuss internal features of brain. So internal features, when we are taking the external features, brain is a outer layer is called dull in grayish matter. This is a dull and grayish matter, and this is called gray matter. So when we are taking the internal portion in this lobe, when we are dissect the internal portion, and brain is almost internal structure here, white color matter. So because of here the arrangements of neuron and also glial cells, based on that is a brain appearance and color is a depending upon outer and inner matter. So gray matter and white matter, because of the here and almost all located in dendrites and also cell bodies, and in this portion axon. So that's what, and brain shape is a brain color is a depending upon neuron structure of neuron. See here optic lobes. So all sense organ, when we are taking the about sensory neuron, motor neuron, associated neuron, all neurons is related to this part of brain. All, for example, when we are seeing the any objective that carry the optic neurons, optic neurons is open to the midbrain portion, and also in this portion and whatever it is reflector, and here involvement of three types of neuron: motor neuron, sensory neuron, and also associated neurons. So what is the function of sensory neuron? It carry the message and sending to the brain with the help of spinal cord. And what about this is also called as a receptor, means receiving the all function, and this is a sending the message from the towards the brain and also spinal cord. So and here involvement of two types of neurons, sensory neuron and also motor neuron. So whatever it is all function, so we can consider this brain head of the department, because of and all conscious functions are related to this part of brain. So when we are some people is a and that coma patient, that in that time that is an unconscious condition, that is related to this portion. If it is any damage this portion, they are not recognize the particular situation, they are not recognize the particular memory, all memory intellectual activities. If it is damaged in this portion, they are not recognize the particular situation. And when we are taking the multiple personality disorder, and also and this is a part of brain and brain disorders. So when we are taking the brain disorders, tumors and also unconscious condition, and also certain genetic factors and involvement of brain disorders. And here medulla oblongata, when it is going to medulla oblongata portion, this is a extend to form medulla oblongata. Then what happening here, medulla oblongata in either side of the spinal cord. We just take anatomical features of human body and where it is located and what is the functions of main region. So here this portion cranium, okay, and in this portion extend to form medulla oblongata. Either side of the brain, medulla oblongata originated to some neurons, and this collect the information and sending to the brain and spinal cord. So whatever it is all, for example, when we are taking the eye and also certain sense and also certain situation, an anatomical wave. So in this region originated this portion exactly, medulla. This medulla oblongate extend to form spinal cord, and spinal neurons originated either side of the body, and this collect the information and this is sending to the central nervous system. And here number of neurons. So when we are taking the about neuron structures, number of neurons, that is a sensory either eye portion. So peripheral nervous system, central nervous system part of brain, and also spinal cord and let us and medulla oblongata, and this region contains spinal cord about lumbar region, okay, and here contain the 22 pairs of spinal neurons, and 22 pairs of spinal neurons when we are taking the anatomical portions of spinal cord, and this is opposite to brain. And here contain white matter is a periphery side and gray matter because inside, because of this is also and canalic system, this is also filled with the cerebrospinal fluid, and it is also protect the spinal cord from any shocks. And spinal neurons is a disc-like structure, so that's what whatever it is bending mechanism is a well developed in spinal cord. And here either side of the body, this is a part of peripheral nervous system and also cranium, this region, and this is also involvement of peripheral nervous system. cranial neurons, spinal neuron. That is a part of peripheral nervous system in our body. Then what is the role of cranial neuron and what is the role of spinal neuron? Spinal neuron collect the information from the all parts of body, most all parts of the body, and cranium region. So cranium region is nothing but that is a skull portion. Cranium is nothing but very hard substance in all vertebrates, even mammals, and also all number of vertebrates. And here this portion either certain whatever it is, ear canal and eye canal, nose canal, and this jaw, almost this cranium neuron and originated from the cranium portions of the our body. Then let us discuss about autonomous nervous system, sympathetic, parasympathetic. So when we are taking the body, that is divided into two portions, for this portion and this portion. And very here interesting aspects of brain. When we are taking the brain, interesting aspect, these portions of brain working like this part of the body control, and this part of the brain and this control this part of the body. So that's what certain intellectual and an auditory and certain emotions that is related to not only depend upon person, even parents and also environmental condition, and we can decide the IQ levels of particular student. Okay, so that's what when you are taking this portion, the cerebral hemisphere, this control the right side of the body functions, and left side of the cerebral hemisphere control the right side of the body function. So that's what when you are at certain situations, opposite side, and that is based on interesting aspects. So here all vertebrates, when we are taking the goat and when we are taking the camel and when we are taking the all vertebrograms. Okay, and here a special glial cells is present. This is supply the nutrients of the brain, and here part of neuron. So neuron is a structural functional unit of the central nervous system. Structural functional unit of the central nervous system. So very interesting aspect in our body. Cells is a not divide. So that's what brain is a not growth, and whatever it is when we are born to and death position, and brain is a not developed. So that is a very interesting aspects in our body. Okay, so all psychological features. So here the study of brain is called psychology, and here how to protect the brain and what causes involved in the brain. Okay, now when we are taking the alcohol consumption patients and also tobacco, and those who are taking the and more amount of so study of brain, that is psychology. Then when we are taking the these alcohol consumption patients and also those who are taking the more tobacco chewing and also more smoking patient, that is intellectual activity is very slow and IQ levels also very low, because of that is a percentage of alcohol receiving and scanning capacity. And when we are taking the organ transplantation, that is a very interesting aspect. So those people is a brain dead patient, in that people collect the organs and transplanted to the healthy person, that is called organ transplantation. This type of transplantation nowadays is a very demand. This type of transplantation is called cadaver transplantation. So either kidney, either heart, and nowadays they'll taking the number of cosmetic surgeons, they'll collect the skin from the brain dead patients. That is a very interesting aspect, and that type of transplantation is called cadaver transplantation. Please like and subscribe our channel and start watching.